On the road again, like a band of gypsies, we go down the highway. Now he gets royalties. Congratulations, Willie. We are on our way to Tennessee.
Tennessee?
Tennessee. To the first annual inaugural Tennessee Freedom Rally.
Woohoo! Woohoo! I am so excited for this.
I am very excited about it because not only do I get to sing and do comedy, but I get to host.
Yes.
I get to be the MC with the mostest. The CMMC is what she said, the Secret Mom MC.
Oh, that's clever.
So anyway, SBTC will be at the MC as the MC.
Yes. And tonight you're playing at the Tennessee Freedom Rally.
Yes.
At 8 p.m. So Silver Point, Tennessee. The link is live here, so you should see the link. And then next week,
2 times we're in Tennessee this next week.
Yes, you're playing at CMA Fest.
As an artist, tell that to your mom and them. I am playing at Whiskey Bent downtown during CMA Fest Wednesday night. Me and Joe Kelly are going to tear it up, rip it down, and I get to sing a couple too with all of my fellow brethren on the distro label. So super excited. So come down and see us. That link's on here, right, baby?
Yeah, it is.
So if you want to come see us in Nash Vegas on 6425, that's where we'll be there. So, oh, in other news, here on the Facebooks, we passed 2 million views on the Mika the DG's video.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
And everybody's real mad about it, and they're like, "You're a redneck." I'm like, "Yes, I'm at a Mika the DG's. Obviously, the most redneck thing in the whole world." And everybody's like, "You won't find no Italians in West Virginia." And I was like, "I stand corrected. You need to read your history book because 90% of the immigrants that they shoved down the coal mine was from Italy."
My favorite comment so far on that video, and I shared it to my story, is I raise you a McHome Depot.
Oh, my favorite was that this is aggressively Midwestern. And then somebody in Georgia said, "Girl, we were at a Waffle House combo Walmart." And I said, "Don't be stingy, drop them coordinates." And she literally like dropped the map dot and everything for us. And it's got like 2,000 likes on that comment.
That's so funny.
But anyway, I wanted to know, how do y'all know me? This is a fair question. Do you know me because I sing? Do you know me because I smoke? Do you know me because I'm on the Facebook and I'm funny and people share my shit? Do you know me because I raise chickens? Do you know me because you follow mine and Sean's love story, which keeps getting better every single day? We've been happily married for... Why are you pointing?
That truck coming. He was...
We've been happily married for... What is today? 20...
Today's Wednesday.
28. What is today? The date.
Oh, it's the 28th.
Okay, we've been married 10 whole days.
Yeah.
10 whole days we've been married. Are you still happy?
I'm very happy.
Are you having buyer's remorse yet?
No.
That's it. So the only way he's leaving me now is feet first in a pine box. So good luck.
You wrote that song.
No, I wrote white dress or
white
pine
dress
box.
and pine box. Yeah.
That's the only 2 ways we left the farm. We went back to the farm. I'll be damned. That white dress took me right. I didn't wear a white dress. I told my dad, I said, "It's my second marriage, the jig's up." He said, "No, not hurt your feelings, but it's your first wedding, that jig was up." It's like, "Thanks, Dad." He always has the best nice things to say to me. We spent the night with him last night and dropped off Winona. Oh, she loves Poppy and Mamie's house so much. But Hooch passed away. Our old as shit dog. Oh my God, he was so old. And he got hit by a car and they had to put him down. But poor Winona has just went all through the fields looking for poor little Hooch. I mean, and now she's looking for Tom. And Tom's staying at Loretta Lynn's house. I know, it sounds like a country scandal. But we are on our way. We're actually traveling through Mount Vernon. I don't know if you knew where we were, Sean. You know, if you're here in the car, I'm going to talk to you because that makes this more interesting, so cooperate. He's kind of snoozing over here. I woke him up. I was like, "Get up, we're going to Tennessee." He's like, "Right now?" I'm like, "Right now." He's like, "Can I shower?" I'm like, "No." Because it's going to rain the whole way there and I'm going to have to shower again when we get there, so we might as well just save water and do it together because he's got that bad arm, you know.
Which is doing a lot better, by the way, y'all. And thank you for everybody who's asked about it. Turns out I don't have to have surgery, so yeah. And bonus, I'll never have arthritis in that shoulder, so yay.
That's awesome. And thank you to the lady at the gas station this morning. She said, "I know who you are." I was like, "Okay, that's cool." She said, "I've been praying for your husband." And I was like, "Oh, husband, that's still a word I'm getting used to." And I said, "Well, thank you." She said, "He looks like he needs donuts." So she got us a couple donuts. I thought that was nice. So thank you. I wish I knew your name, but that was really nice. And then we stopped at Buc-ee's, which gives me severe anxiety. It's like Disney World on crack in Texas. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. There's things that I hate. There's things that I hate in this world. Going into Buc-ee's anytime, any day, anywhere, don't like it. I don't like it. I'd rather go to Sheetz. Sorry, I said what I said. But they don't have one of them in Kentucky, and Sean had to go to the bathroom, so we had to stop. And it's a long walk all the way to the door from just the parking lot. You had to cross 3 lanes of traffic. I'll tell you what else I hate. Adults who wear Mickey Mouse ears. Quit it. Oh, God, it pisses off. Just stop it. I was watching a TikTok this morning of a guy wearing a Make America Great hat in Disney World, and everybody was like losing their mind. And I'm like, I saw more welfare food stamp fudge rounders wearing Disney ears. I'm like, you're 52 years old. Quit it. Quit it. I'm going to start wearing my tiara everywhere. I'm wearing a Dollywood visor because it's practical and it's my favorite visor, so shut up. But I'm not going to wear Mickey Mouse ears. They serve no purpose whatsoever. They provide no shade. They hurt your head. They're usually really heavy. They cost a fortune. It makes you look like a big grown-up child. Stop it. Ugh. Sorry. It's my nerves. I get it for like a picture or some shit, but don't be wearing that stuff just out. Just quit it. Oh, did you watch the AMAs the other night? Because no one else did, apparently. Sean, I'm talking to you.
I did not. No.
Well, apparently, Blake and Gwen were just piped in on the big screen, and everybody that was at the thing in Vegas was like, wait, what's this? We're watching TV just like everybody else, but on television, it looked like they was there. And then Janet Jackson did a dance number fully clothed. First time I've seen her fully clothed on TV in 20 years or so. And Gloria Estefan sang The Rhythm Is Gonna Get You in a whole different key than her band played it. But that's okay. And then Rod Stewart showed up for some reason, and then Taylor Swift wasn't there, and it was just weird. It was just weird. And then they did the country thing, and they're like, everybody knows the Carters invented country music, and like Shabuzi side-eyed the hell out of that Megan Maroney, and I'm like, y'all need to do a little country music research, because Mother Maybelle Carter was basically the first country girl that got on the radio, and she's kind of the godmother of country music. You know, I know Jimmy Rogers is right up there, and some of it will argue that it came from the blues, and that's all right. You can argue history and roots all day long, but the fact is that you're arguing the roots and you're not staying true to them. The shit that's on the radio don't sound nothing like Maybelle and June Carter and everybody else spinning for country music to sound. You're trying to make it sound like everything else that's on the radio. For God's sake, Post Malone and Beyonce won the country categories. What the hell's wrong with y'all? I know where I'm at, Sean, but pointing inside seat drive. I know this road very well. There's a lot of passing lanes because of the logging trucks. Anyhow, that just makes me mad because they're arguing about the origin of country music. I'm like, y'all don't even honor it enough to keep it country on the radio, and you're bitching about who started it. Hellfire. Pick up a banjo, learn a book, do a little research, stop by Olive Hill and pay tribute to Keith Whitley, and then head on about your merry way. I'm just saying, you're treeing the wrong coon up the wrong tree. That's all there is to it. So my mother, the biker bitch that she is, has decided to loan me all of her biker boots because mine are still in storage where we just got married and we're trying to figure out which is mine, his, and thous in the closet space. So far we have way too many shoes. Me and you both are kind of shoe whores, you know that? Like, we have so many shoes. He loves Nikes. What's them ones that you like? The Air Jordans or something?
Nah, Air Jordans are fine. I mostly wear the mid-rise Dunks.
That's them.
Those are my favorite. They're real easy to drum in. They're comfortable. If I wear shoes at all when I drum, it's those. Otherwise, a lot of times I just play in socks.
Well, here lately I've been playing barefoot because it's getting warmer, and I have to give major props out to Logan Simmons of Van Lula because she started this whole, like, I don't know, I'm inspired by her, and I think it's because I just love her music anyway, and I love Van Lula, and I'm so tickled for him that some muscle shows love, and I just love it.
Yes, I was just about to say, congratulations, Van Lula. They just played
the Opry
at the Ryman.
At the Ryman.
And, you know, also shout out to Gary Nichols.
Yeah, who is like in their band now and helping them do their stuff down at Ivy Manor. I used to work at Ivy Manor, and I love those people, but it was too long of a commute. It was like 7.5 hours, and I was like, I love y'all, but I need a plane. We're going to have to move closer. Y'all going to have to come to Kentucky. But we all still love each other. It's fine. Bluegrass and shows still love each other. And, but anyhow, she just inspires me. She just wears whatever the hell she wants to, and I'm like, how are you getting away with that? Because my mother would done have me in the corner going, I cannot believe you're wearing that. And then I thought to myself, Sarah Beth, you've always been like that your whole life. You're waiting for somebody to give you permission. You're just waiting out the rain. And I thought, hell with it. Dolly Parton didn't ask permission before she started wearing rhinestones. Glenn Campbell didn't ask permission before he started wearing nudie suits. I'm sure Freddie Mercury didn't ask nobody's permission before he set fire to a piano at Wimbledon. I'm going to stop asking permission for shit. Just start doing whatever I want to. My outfits and my attitude and my MCing this week is kind of reflect that. So if you get your passes now, you can see me in action for the first time ever. It's a whole new SPT. It's an SPTC.
Tennessee Freedom Rally. The link is in the video.
It sure as hell is. You better click on it. But I want to know.
It kicks off tonight with Sarah Beth taking the stage and playing some new stuff. You know, my arm's getting there. I don't know if I'm gonna quite make it to be able to.
You're not drumming yet.
To drum tonight, but I'll still be there. And then if you can't make it tonight to catch her performance, she's emceeing the whole thing this week. So
we'll be there till Sunday.
Check us out.
And then we're going to be in Nashville on Wednesday at Whiskey Venter and CMA Fest. And that starts at 6 p.m. Central Time. And I'm helping to MC that.
June 4th, Whiskey Bent Saloon, Nashville.
With Joe Kelly. I love Joe Kelly.
CDX Records.
He's a Kentucky boy, you know that.
I do.
He moved, but he is a Kentucky boy.
Oh, speaking of Kentucky, you know, this is a hot debate between Sarah and I. I didn't really like LA to begin with. When we met, I'll just be honest, you know. I've grown to like it. It's okay every now and then. But I gotta say, I'll take a Blackberry over an original any day.
I disagree.
This stuff is awesome.
I mean, it's
and
good.
if you've never had an L8, check them out.
They'll ship.
L81.com. Just Google them. Sarah's endorsed by them, and they are freaking amazing.
L8 is my blood type. And I need a transfusion in a bad way, but not that shit. I'm just kidding. I literally beat on the door at the tasting room at L8. I was like, quit putting fruit in it. I like the original. This is okay. I'm sorry I don't drink anymore because this would be real good with Crown Blackberry. But we don't drink anymore. We just drive. Quit drinking, start driving. We got another 2 hours on this trip.
Yep.
And bless Sean's heart, he can do like small errands to the store, but I was like, you're not going to drive this far with that one arm. I don't feel comfortable with that.
Yeah.
He put that on the mount so I can just talk to y'all like I'm talking to him, so that way it's safe. Oh, in happy news, my mother is going to start a Facebook channel.
Can I say one more thing?
Not yet.
Okay.
She used to do a newspaper article back before me and you started, before we even met.
Yeah.
It was called Front Porch Ponderings, and she would just talk about, you know, shit in the neighborhood, shit in the family, and just tell stories. That started out when she was writing for the marching band. She would kind of do a recap of the marching band competitions because she hated that the sports got such a big, huge section, so she got one for the marching band. And then it turned into her own article and her own column. And then she retired. So,
in about 10 miles, turn left onto State Highway 914 West.
Thank you. I told her, I said, Mom, why don't you get on there and like read your stories? Like, your stories are really, really good. And she's got too much ADD to write a book. So I told her, I said, just get on there and do like a podcast. She's like, I don't know what that is. And I was like, we'll do a Facebook Live like me. So on Monday, look forward to that. My mother will be joining me for the very first ever Tam's Front Porch / Cigarette Mom. And she's gonna,
nice.
And she's gonna kind of meet y'all, and then y'all can follow her, and that way that you can keep up with the Queen Mother. But she's part of the matriarch. Like, everybody doesn't understand that. Like, Sean explained the matriarch.
Okay, so the matriarch.
You have to kind of get in the video.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to scoot over here. The matriarch is. It took me a while to understand it, but basically Sarah's family is run by women. Just period. That's it. And there's like 300 plus acres between, you know, the family, and everyone lives on the family farm, and everyone, you know, has their own little place that they kind of stake out, right? So you've got Shirley, who's the oldest, and then you've got Annalene, who is a little bit younger than her, and they're the sisters, right? They're the oldest.
That's the first generation.
And then you got Tammy, Sarah's mom, and her sister Beth, and then you got Sarah, and that's it.
And Scarlett.
Well,
We're the third generation. Me and Scarlett.
Right, you and Scarlett.
And then Lindsay and Nellie married in, so there's 4 third generation matriarchs.
Right. And then, well, you've also got your brother Dylan.
But he's not a matriarch.
Right. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's the kind of prince consort. But he's still the heir. I mean, like, he's
Right,
the
yeah, he's the
namesake.
man of the Terrys.
But he's the only Terry left. But we were laughing about it because, like, it started with the 3 sisters. There was Hallie, Hazel, and Affie. And that was the OG matriarch. And then there was Shirley and Granny, who's the daughters of Hazel. And then there's Shirley didn't have no kid. So Beth and Mom are the 3rd level matriarchs. And then now the 2nd level. And then me and Scarlett are. And then Lindsay married in and Nellie married in. And then now there's 2 5th level, technically 5th level matriarchs. We've got Lily Kate and Magnolia now. So we got little babies who are going to be raised up in the matriarchal tradition of the Witt family. And it's really funny because the name changes because it's on the women. Like,
Right.
it's the Witt Springs Farm and it's the Puckett Farm, but that's,
You got to get
honey,
over it.
I know where I'm at. I'm staying straight. I'm okay.
Stay in the right 2 lanes.
See? So, anywho, it's always passed down through the women because the women outlive the men and the women always run the checkbooks and the women know everything. And Shirley, we call her Wicked Shirley because that woman's almost 90 years old and she can tell you what she had for breakfast, what she was wearing, and what we were doing on any given date in history in her family. Like, her and Ollie will fight about it. She's like, we went to Uncle whoever's funeral in 1955. She said, no, we didn't. It was Easter Sunday, 1956, and it snowed the night before, and I was wearing a yellow dress, and I was like, what the hell? Like, I can't. But I called Granny the other day, and I said, I'm learning how to propagate stuff, you know. And I said, do you know how to propagate tomatoes? She goes, nope, and I don't know anybody who ever has. And I was like, Jesus only. But anyway, the pictures of us for the wedding, I've got to edit them. They're so funny because Shirley just don't care. Like, every picture is just Shirley looking off in a different direction and Only just kind of yelling at Shirley and all of us just laughing at the camera. But we've got a good picture of the matriarch. I think that should be our Netflix show if they ever hire us to do one. I mean, like, we should have a Netflix show. We'd be really good at it. If you're going to go that slow, can you get over? Because you're on my nerves. I'd like to give a shout out to Steve and Edna for watching both the chickens and the puppy this week because thank you saved our butts. And they have Tom's sister Loretta, so apparently they've just got along like peas and carrots the last 12 hours. And it's finally stopped raining. Look at that. I told you we'd outrun the rain soon enough. Good thing I got my Dollywood visor, lest the sun get in my eyes. Hello. Are you sleeping? I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to keep bugging you. Poor Sean. He has not slept very well, obviously, because of his injury, and now because he's married, and so he's never going to sleep again. And I'm just trying to be like everything. Like, I'm trying to do everything for him that I can, and I don't want to smother you, and I don't want to coddle you, but I also don't want you to overdo it and hurt your arm anymore. So it's a very tricky slope. And sometimes I come across as like Kathy Bates in Misery when I'm trying to just be a candy strapper in like a cute movie. I hope you know that. I don't mean to smother you. I'm just, you're a little uneasy on your feet, and I'm just making sure you're all right. Don't do that. Did you know this is the only good Dollar General between here and Somerset? I remember when they first built it and everybody was all up in arms about it. There's really not a lot of good places to stop if you have to pee on this road. So, you know, you learn pretty quick when you're driving this back and forth to Nashville every couple of weeks. This way I used to get to Nashville. But this, we're cutting down through, we're going to go right by the Russell Stover factory outlet, by the way. I know you're excited about that. I'm trying to get him excited, but he's just trying to snooze. But anyway, my big question for y'all is, how did you know me? Like, how have you found me? If you're one of the new people, and we're up to 41,000, 40,000, something like that. So excited. We're almost to hit 20,000 on TikTok, and we just hit 10,000 on Instagram. So I don't know what YouTube's coming in at, but that's, you know, we're inching up towards 100,000 people watching whatever we're doing, which is pretty cool. I just better do something cool. But I wanted to ask y'all how y'all know me and how you found me, and you know, if you've listened to some of my music, or if you just watch me because we sit on the porch and visit, or whatever. Normally I have a cigarette hanging out of my mouth, but since that's going to distort the sound of the microphone, I decided to get my trusty vape out.
Well, speaking of cigarettes, I think I'm about to light one, so we'll have to wrap it up here. But with that, I'm going to light it with my handy dandy Clark's Pump and Shop lighter that I just happen to have here. Yeah, I do want to give a shout out real quick to Rick Clark. Rick, you've always been great to us. We can't wait until our show again with you this summer, and looking forward to that.
And if you see a Clark's
looking forward to that.
I wasn't done. Oh, I'm sorry.
Looking forward to that fuel card for the old 250 here. I will say I'm a little sad that we're in Tennessee now because there's no more Clark's Pumpkin Shops on the way. And even though we had to stop at Buc-ee's to use the restroom, I'm telling you, Rick, every time I stop in one of your places, it is the cleanest gas station like I've ever been in anywhere ever. And you know, we go all over the country. So thank you very much.
And he carries L8s for me now, so thank you. Like if I see a Clark's, I know that there's an L8 close by. Like they always have some L8s. There's now one across from the VA. Did you see that?
Yep, I sure
and they
did.
carry L8s. I'm super excited about it.
Yep. So, thank you very much,
Rick.
Rick.
Why don't you build one up near Irvin? That way it'll be close to my hometown and my parents can like have a place to go besides go to them. They should build one in Irvin. Anyway, just a thought.
Yep.
Every time that I see a big piece of land, I'll call Rick or Brent and be like, hey, well, how do you feel about building one of these in blah, 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 blah. But anyway, I know you're flicking at me. So, if you haven't followed me, tell your friends about me, listen to music, and check out all the stuff that's coming up on SarahBethTerry.com. Remember, Sarah's with an H and so is Beth. And thank you all for the well wishes, the prayers, and all that fun stuff. Our whole May has kind of been nuts so far. So I'm going to get on the road and see y'all in Tennessee this evening at the Tennessee Freedom Rally in Silver Point, Tennessee. And we'll be at CMA Fest next Wednesday. And we love you guys, and we mean it, and there ain't a damn thing that you can do about it. Thanks for hanging out with us. And as always, friends, I'm Sarah Beth Terry Courtney, and you're not. Bye.